Hi guys, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. I'm outside in the very beautiful Pueblo mountain, and for so many people who have requested, I am about to deliver that request, and I hope you really enjoy this moment and take your time, feel the energy from them. They are my personal collection of Moldavites, and I hope you really feel them. I'm out in the sun so you can see the true colour and pureness of real, genuine Moldavite at its highest quality, museum standard Moldavites. So enjoy this moment. of course I could go on and on, but I just wanted to share the most beautiful Moldavites in the world. I'm just going to go back inside now with my music, so let's head back inside. Did you like that? So, as promised, I'd share you a few of the Bajerski Moldavite hedgehog Santo's collection. I've been working on them since I got back, which was, I don't know how long now. But each one I've been working on separately, and they're really coming on really well. They're nearly at the point where I'm going to put them on the website, one or two every now and again. But yeah, they are gorgeous and all collected from the very beautiful Czech Republic. It was an honor to be there and to be able to get them directly. It was really an honor, and I think I'm going to go back there very shortly too. Moldavite has basically been my life for 16 years. All crystals are beautiful, but there's always a crystal that touches your heart more than another one for certain reasons. So, you know, amethyst, if I ever get high quality amethyst, in the sense of the deep, beautiful, purpley effect that I feel behind me, like the, I'll show you a piece actually. Again, very hard to see, but it's very, very hard to see to get that, so I can show you the colour. But this is a very, very deep amethyst, and it's absolutely divine. To show you here, it's very hard for you to see the colour, but when the light gets into this amethyst, this is like A grade, triple A grade amethyst. It's such a deep and powerful amethyst, and you know, when I see these kind of pieces that spring to me, and then you've got your very beautiful, subtle amethyst, which this one is slightly, this one has a ametrine in, but that's still beautiful, high quality, beautiful. And then you've got this gorgeous piece, which again, you can't see it properly, but when you do, it's incredible, Brandberg. And this kind of energy within certain crystals, like at the moment, I'm really falling in love with this crystal at the moment. Again, this is divine. This is the fingers, which are citrines, and it's like, where do you start with these? Because they're so powerful. So all crystals have their own energy, and they're all as important as each other. But again, I always tend to go back to my Moldavite. I'm always going back to Moldavite, whether it's Moldavite and Tektite, which is an amazing combination, or Moldavite and Herkimer diamond, again, amazing combination as a marriage. They are amazing crystals, and I literally can't get them made fast enough, because so many people love those combinations. Then you go on to the healing combination of healers, And the trios, again, I can't make them fast enough because people absolutely love them as healers. If you're a healer, if you're somebody who works in general public, then a Moldavite and Tektite together work amazing. So I've spent 16 years combining crystals, finding the best jewelers at the best price. I mean, in England, when I went to England 3 or 4 years ago, I met with about 9 jewelers. Each jeweler wanted to charge me between 100 and 150 for combining 2 crystals together. So you can't possibly do that. It's impossible. So you have to find places in the world that, you know, are at fair prices that you can think, okay, I can sell that crystal for that much money because it's going to cost that much money to ship it there, to get it made, to ship it back, all the taxes. So you've got to really be very careful when, you know, you're buying. And at the same time, you want authenticity. You want crystals that whoever are making them are being paid correctly, so it's not slave labor. You've got to find your crystal first and make sure you absolutely 100% know that they come from good sources, that it's not slave labor, and they're authentically sourced. Well, all of those things take time. All of those things take years. Most people go and buy from China. I mean, you have no idea how, if I was to explain to you when you start getting into detail how corrupt this crystal business is. And also it gets into the stage where there's arguments about certain crystals, you know, clarifying this crystal to that crystal. It's a little bit like the argument between champagne. In fact, it's a great analogy. Champagne, where does it come from? Well, of course, it comes from France. But in Spain, the argument here is that they have their champagne, which is called cava, but they can't call it champagne, right? Well, that's the same with crystals. An example. Okay, so there is a mine called the Ace mine in New York, and only there can you get the clarification and the certificate stamp sign genuine piece of champagne, which is called Herkimer diamond. Now, there are places in India that say that I have the champagne and they look like Herkimer diamonds and they're very, very close to Herkimer, but they're not Herkimer diamonds, but they're from India. So you see, sometimes you can be buying on the internet from eBay and they say it's Herkimer diamond when in fact it isn't from New York, it's from India. So it becomes so complex and you really have to do your research. And for me, I've got a shop, I've got a reputation, so I have to be very careful where I buy, because it only takes one person to say, hey, you've ripped me off, and then bad news gets spread, you know. So you've got it's a balancing act, and in 16 years I've been very careful and I've held my hand up whenever I made a mistake. I always hold my hand up and I always look after my clients. So it's vital that, and the other thing, just a silly thing the other day that bothered me a lot, and I don't like it, but somebody says, why is your crystals more expensive now? And that bothered me a lot because I have grown in 16 years. Not only do crystals become more expensive, okay, Moldavites have shot up in price. So that was a silly question anyway, but not only has my work increased, but my observation to Moldavite has increased. So what I see with Moldavite, where I buy it from, who I source it from, has changed slightly. And what I look for now is quality. Not quality because the crystal is more spiritual and more powerful, but quality in the shape, the design. So when you're buying Moldavite, you can buy Moldavite from the mines, which are the sand mines, and they're really beautiful, all the same energy, but you can buy them from Bajerski and they're a different quality because they're different shape, like I've just shown you. What you've just seen is museum pieces. Why should somebody attack you for growing and showing and having more beautiful crystals, and of course they're going to cost more. So it bothers me when people don't use their common sense. I have Moldavites at 30 euros on my website. 30 euros, you know what that means? I'll tell you what it means. It means that my staff have to wrap and pack that Moldavite. I have to buy it. I have to ship it here. I have to then ship it to you free of charge. And it comes with a card. It comes all wrapped lovely for 30 euros. So people just don't understand unless they run a business. And it's easy to judge and it's easy to pull people down. They don't see the good that markbajerski.com does every day. Every day we do good. We care, we share, we gift, you know? And if somebody comes with a bad attitude, it's like, why didn't you come with a good attitude? Because if you come with a good attitude, you're probably more likely to get a gift from me than with a bad attitude. And I know that people are in a bad place right now, but it really is. Sometimes trying when people accuse somebody who's only doing his hobby, his love. And 16 years ago, I dreamed about that collection I've just shown you. Dreamed. Well, I've grown organically to this position, and I'm proud of it. And I will not let anybody make me feel bad for that. So, yes, I do feel bad, but I just think, why don't people think? How many times have I pointed a finger at somebody who has created organically their business? I've never done that. Only time I point a finger is when somebody's doing something really bad and causing pain and suffering and illness to people. That's all. But there you go. That's the way it is. But it is a beautiful day today, and I wanted so much to show you that collection because not many people do show collections like that, and I thought that was a really lovely thing to do. And I hope you appreciate it. It isn't ego. I'm really proud. And to show you, it's like, here, feel it, take a look. It means so much to me. It means so much to show you that. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of Moldavite. I love Moldavite. It's like my best friend, so I want to introduce you to my best friend, you know? And that's it, really. I didn't show you this collection here. And you can't see it because the light isn't showing, but look. If the light was on there shining, it would be absolutely beautiful. You might have seen this one before. This is a real beauty. This is, again, museum piece. And can you see how it's, you imagine it flying through the air and landing, and then the water changing its beautiful composition to this. Isn't that, I mean, if you could see it from this end, you'd see how beautiful it is. Beautiful. It's like a fish, right? It looks like a mouth there with a fish. This one looks like a fish too. Is that gorgeous? These are Bajerski. These are from, these are what are called hedgehogs. Look at that beauty. Somebody asked me, what do they feel like when you hold these? I get an intense headache. So it's a bit of a double-edged sword because they're so powerful. At this side of my head, I get a real headache because it's clearing whatever's going on in my head. So yeah, they're gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. How long that headache takes to go, it depends. It depends what's going on in my head and what needs cleansing and clearing. Again, Moldavite is that kind of energy that is consistently working in different, you know, each piece is a different energy. So, and but they're all Moldavite. They're all Moldavite. So they all work. Like this beautiful piece here, this little tiny piece here is working tremendously well, and I can feel it. This piece from Bajerski as well, amazing crystal. So through the day, it's working. So if I pick 7 or 8 or 9 up, sometimes I'll get a rush or the flush, and it's like, whoa, it's too much. And sometimes I think I need this, so I'll sit with 20 pieces or 3 pieces and then work on myself. Moldavite is the kind of crystal that helps you attune to your higher self. So when you sit with it, it's a bit like meditating, but meditating in a sense that it heightens your meditation to the point where you think, wow, that didn't take me very long to get there. If you meditate without anything on, it takes a little bit longer to clear and cleanse and to open. But when you wear Moldavite and other crystals, it's incredible how the surge of the balance or the vibration, whatever you want to call it, brings you to the place where the whole point of meditating is. So it takes you to where you need to be. Moldavite for me is the fastest way to get to, not nirvana, but it certainly gets you there. In fact, oh no, I don't think I've got any. I have, no, there's none here. I have got some Nirvana quotes somewhere over there. It's beautiful. But yeah, going on with Moldavite, just to finish off Moldavite, I am extremely proud. I think I was really blessed. I was really blessed to be introduced. I realise now that Sandra really knew. I was really blessed to have a tiny piece of Moldavite put in my hand. And I am so thankful for that. And I look up every day and say thank you to Sandra for that moment, because it changed my life. And I really did heal inside and out. And Moldavite every day is a different experience. Whenever I wear Moldavite, like last night I wore these because I just felt I needed them last night. I felt through the night, it was about what time? 2:45. I'd just done a beautiful healing meditation last night online. It was beautiful. It wasn't online, but I told everybody and we all came together and sat down in our own place and we meditated. I did it for about an hour, maybe a little bit longer, something like that. Anyway, I went to bed without any of my crystals around my neck, and at 2:45 I woke up and I felt like I was really struggling. And I realized that whatever's going on in the world, there is definitely an energy that is stopping our spirit from moving. It's a trap energy. I can feel it. I put my Moldavite on and I fell back to sleep and woke up at 9:15, and I felt free. I felt like I'd just flown. So I know that Moldavite works really well. Moldavite and Tektite seem to work so well when I put it around my neck. The other crystals that work really well is Chungite around my neck with Moldavite, and Silicon Valley. I put them around my neck and I feel like they're in the other room. I feel like I'm able to fly free. I feel like I sometimes you wake up in the morning, you feel dreadful, right? I believe, this is my feeling, I don't believe it's just nightmares or bad sleep. I believe that our spirit is being trapped by this energy, soup from Musk's crap and the grid around us. We're not in nature anymore. We're actually riddled with concrete, no mother nature around us, and we're being attacked from above with all the nasty chemicals and everything that they're trying to suppress mankind not to think and feel bad and bring depression and sadness and illness, and therefore we take our life, and that lowers the population. Yes, it sounds extreme, but you know what, guys? There are a handful of crazy psychopaths out there who are deliberately manipulating this world by manipulating the weather, by manipulating the attack on our spirit in any way they can. And I've talked about this now for long enough, so you should know what I talk about if you look at my other videos. The attack from 5G and all the other nasty chemicals that are sprayed, and we are being attacked more than ever. Last week was one of the biggest attacks by air of spraying these disgusting poisons in the sky, and a lot of people were suffering very badly last week and on the weekend as well, and in many different countries. So we know it's a global push towards a suppression, so that towards not just suppression, not towards enslavement, but to dumb humanity down so they just become cattle. So I said, and I'll say it again, if every single human being held a Moldavite or wore a Moldavite, you would see a massive shift and the world would heal, because they'd see what's going on. Like, I know what's going on now, I can see it. Because Moldavite is that kind of crystal that helps your awareness. It clears the nastiness, it clears the fear, the worry, and it heightens your intuition, your psychic abilities, your healing abilities. It does. There's no doubt about it, as a lot of crystals do. But Moldavite seems to be the one crystal that has never let me down when I've placed it into people's hands. It's always had that beautiful effect. And people often send me a message, why doesn't it work? Well, I'll say it again, you've got to make sure you go to your local crystal store, because your local crystal store is going to source a genuine piece of Moldavite. If you go online, the chances are you are buying, even if it says the Czech Republic, you are still buying fake Moldavite that comes from China or India, depending where they make it now. But it really is like that these days. And it's not slowing down. Last conversation I had with a friend of mine said, Mark, they're sending them by the barrel. So what more can you say? By the barrel. It's really sinister. It really is. But there seems to be no law to stop people from making these. It seems like China is able to just make whatever they want and ruin the world, really, it's just so wrong, but it is what it is. So on a positive note, you've still got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You've still got 6 hours. 6 hours to go. So if you want to buy a whole collection, including Moldavites and all my spiritual bits and pieces that I took down off my shelves, they look bare now. My shelves look bare. I put them all in a big box, and it's now going to be raffled. So you can buy a raffle ticket if you go to the Richie Allen Radio Show, scroll down, press donate, and then just donate €5, something like that. And if you want more than one raffle ticket, another €5. And then he'll put all the raffle tickets together tonight. But I think you need to do it before the show, right? Because I think Caroline will be going through the raffle tickets, putting them all out. So maybe if I said you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hours, 5 hours to go, and then it stops there, and then the raffle will be after the Richie Allen Radio Show. So he'll do that live on air. So please get yourself there now, buy yourself a raffle ticket, support the show of truth, and listen to the show tonight. It might just shock you. It might make you realize how you actually knew the truth. By listening to his show, it confirms everything that you know about what's happening in this world right now. Scamdemic, plandemic, absolutely. So please listen to the show. He's always got the most amazing guests, and to keep the show going, that's why we support him, and that's why I took all my personal bits and pieces down after 16 years and put them into one box. And I hope you win the raffle. I hope you enjoy it. Till tomorrow then. I hope you enjoyed the collection of Moldavites, and for those of you who point a finger, I hope I've made myself pretty clear about why Moldavite is now increased on my website, why it costs more money, and now you understand, hopefully. But I will be putting some Moldavites on at a lockdown special, because it seems that we're going to be locked down again, no doubt, which I said anyway. And I'm going to try and put, I'm working on 100 pieces over there of the small ones, so I'll try and get them up as quickly as I can for you all to work with Moldavite, okay? And in fact, what I'll do is this next 100 pieces, I'll try and get it down even less if I can. So I'm going to try and put them at 25, okay? That's wrapped, packed, and shipped freely as well. And if anybody knows, it costs a lot of money to ship from Spain. So I'll do my best so it comes to you at my cost, okay? Love you all. Have a most amazing day. And once again, Thank you for supporting markbajerski.com. I hope you love your crystals, your incense, your oils, and everything that I've worked on for 16 years as much as I loved working with them. I really mean that. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, guys. Till later on, I think I'll do another video soon about something else. Have a great day. Take care.